Hey everybody, welcome back. I am back. I promised to do a video on putting one of these pre-painted kits together. So we're going to do that together. So welcome, I'm Laura, Tiny Toes Reborn Nursery. If you're new, welcome. Thanks for coming by. And yeah, so let's get started. So I'm going to tell you the things that you're going to need. Obviously you're going to need the kit. And I tried to find the link to him, and he is no longer, unless they get more. There's none. I can link a similar one for you if you would like. There'll be a similar one. And his kit comes with his limbs, his body, zip ties, and a pacifier. Okay. He has a partial open mouth, so you could modify his mouth if you wanted to. You're going to need a pair of scissors. You'll need some felt for this part. You'll need some nylons. Well, some knee highs. I use knee highs. And you will need knee highs. And I use anywhere from 2 pair to 3 pair, 2.5. You'll need some filler. So you will need your filler, and you will need some glass beads. Okay, so first off, what I'm going to do, if you're going to put a magnet in here, we're going to have to glue that in first. So you're going to need some glue. And then you know your felt, your piece of felt. And I've had this upside down, but I don't know if it's gonna work for me. So what I do is I put some glue down. I put this magnet down here and get this on his mouth, because this is going to place it, and to where it's got to go. Okay, so here it is. Magnets in the bottom. Probably might have to use a stronger one, but maybe not. Okay, just so that I can see where it's at on his mouth. It's going to be, you can see about where it is in there. And I usually have a pillow, but in this instance, we're not going to use a pillow. We're just going to have that. I'll use my phone to kind of keep him upright. You're going to take this glue and you're going to try to put it down in there. And I have a hard time with this right now because of my hands, but I'm going to try. Okay. And I'm going to take a brush, a paint brush, and I'm going to kind of squeeze it down on to where that is. Okay. Now I'm going to cut a piece of this. You should start out first with, especially if it's pre-painted, because you're trying to put it together. Okay. And you want the magnet to stay. Now sometimes the pre-kits don't have this, and that's fine, you know, then you can do your own. But if you're going to do that and you're not going to modify, then you need to figure out how you're going to make this stay. So now I'm going to take a bottom of another one, because I have nails on. I can't get my finger down in there. And I'm just going to place that around the glue to keep that magnet in place. And then you can wipe it off, okay? Now, ideally, you need to let this set overnight. I don't know why they did that. Okay. There. So we're going to move on to the next stage, which is we're gonna fill this last with the glass beads because we need that to dry. So this might be a two-parter. I don't know. We'll see what happens when we get to the next stage. So we've done that. If you have to do your own magnets, I think I have another video on that. You got to get some little magnets, pacifiers that will fit the mouth. You know, you don't want a huge 12-month size passy on a preemie. It's going to be too big. You want it to look more realism. So anything you do with this, if you have to do magnets at all, you have to glue this first, and you may have to wait to put it together until the next day when it's dry, because it may take a little bit for it to dry. Okay, we're going to just set him right there for now. So now what I do, the kits give you extra of these, and they should be all the same. I actually put other one together yesterday, and it had different sizes. So if you get a big one, these ones are all the same size, which is surprising for me. But the one around the neck is usually bigger. And you're going to thread these. They have a little section in here that is cut. And you're going to put this in here. Okay. And you're going to put it so it comes through. Make sure you threaded it right, and so it goes in the right way, so it makes the noise, right? So we're going to put it in there because I don't want it to come off. So it clicked. Okay, so now we have the neck on. We're going to do the same thing for the arms and the legs. You're going to put it through. I get this ready first because it's easier. Typically this should only take you less than a half an hour, but because I'm videoing. So you're going to want to put these in, okay? And the only reason I hook it just a little bit is so it doesn't come out again. So we're going to do this one, all the limbs, and it's really easy to put this together. Now, if you've ordered a kit, I think this kit cost me, I think it was less than 60 bucks, something like that. Maybe even cheaper. I don't know. I don't remember. So what's gonna cost you is the glass beads, and you need to have the stuffing. You can go to Walmart and get that. The glass beads, if you choose to weight your doll, you're going to have to order it on eBay or Amazon. You're going to have to find a place. I think Harbor Freight sells it. You're going to have to get some glass beads. You can get 5 pounds, 10 pounds, 25 pounds. You can pick on how much you need. Now, I think this doll is going to weigh at least 5 pounds, I'm guessing, compared to the one I have already that is this size. But maybe not. Okay, so we got all that in. We got those in. So here's the body. It's all set. Okay. Now we're going to start. We're going to set it aside like we did the head. And we've got I got 2 here. I got this one and I got this one. I'll probably use this one. We need to make the bum because this is gathered and you need to make the little bum. So I take one of the stockings. I've already cut this one, so I need to put a knot in it. Okay, and we need to fill it up. So this is my makeshift filler. And okay, and I'm gonna have to switch you over to the other side because I need to charge you. So just 1 second. Okay, I'm sorry. Get down. Okay, hopefully that works. It says it's charging. This is on, that's on, everything's good. Okay, onward. So we have tied the knot, we have the bucket, we've got the glass beads right here. So I'm gonna fill this up. This actually turns out to be like a cup, maybe a little more of this. And so you just want to be very careful because these are teeny tiny. You don't want to breathe them in, and you definitely don't want it to fall. You will have a mess. So I fill that up, and I only do one of those usually. Sometimes I'll put a little extra in, but for the most part, it just needs to look like a bum, you know? So you tie another knot. So we've got this. You're gonna lay it down. Let me move this out of the way so you can see. I need to move over. Okay. So that's like that. So I'm gonna take the zip tie, put it underneath, and so it's kind of in the middle. And if your hands suck like mine do, you're gonna have maybe get a pair of pliers to help you, but make sure it's in the middle because you want it to be even. And you keep, rearranging it. And then you've got two little balls, right? With two knots. So we're gonna cut this part off. And the best way to cut it is with a pair of fingernail clippers, but mine seemed to have disappeared. So you cut that off. Okay. Now, you can cut one of these and put this over it again, but I'm not gonna, because these glass beads are really tiny and you can see the flakes in them, but I'm not gonna do that. And I don't have the limbs on here yet. So we can fit the butt in its proper place, like right here. And we're gonna fix that in just a second because we're gonna have to put the legs on. Okay, so now we're done with that for a moment. Okay, so we got that in there. We need this again, and we need the feet. Here's the feet. I fill these up to about between here and here. It's got the creases. I don't go all the way, so probably right in here, just before this one, just above the knee. That's where I fill it. And then you will have to put the stuff in to keep the glass beads in, and then you're going to need a piece of cardboard, cereal box, the end of a paper, whatever, and you're going to have to kind of, like, that's pretty good size hole, right? So before we even do this, let's move the limbs out of the way. We need something, like, I think the bottom of this might be too small. It just you want it to be a little bit bigger than this. Okay, a little bit bigger. Okay, I think it's going to be this. It's perfect. Okay, so you are going to trace this. You need 2 of them this size. Actually, it's probably the same size as, yeah, you'll probably need 3 this size. And you're just tracing it. You're just tracing it. You're going to cut it out. Make sure the pen does not get near the doll. Okay, you're going to cut those out. But since we're doing this, we might as well do the rest of it. So this is a little too big for this hole. So what about the cap? The cap is probably perfect. So we need 2 of those. So we're going to do 2 of those. And we're going to cut them out. Okay. I'm using my teeny tiny scissors. I don't know where my big ones are. Okay. Cut these out. They don't have to be perfect. Just enough. You could buy the plugs for them, but you got to know the circle, you know, you got to know how round it is. And I just use cardboard. It's worked for me. I've sold I don't know how many dolls with just cardboard in it to hold it. And then if they have to re-weight them or anything, take it apart, it's easy to get it out, you know. So do this. We need these, so that's why I'm doing it right now, kind of quick. Okay. And you just use a cereal box or anything cardboard, like a pad of paper that's on a, you know, the back of it's got cardboard on it. A packing box. I think that's too big though. You need a thinner, a cereal box size of cardboard. Okay, we got those cut out. We got still some cardboard left over for the next doll. So the big ones are going to be one for the head, one for that, and then we've got the 2 arms. So now we're going to take this, fill it up. If you're somebody that doesn't want a heavy baby, then you'll want a scale, because you're not going to want, this baby is going to be heavy. It's going to be heavy. And to fill this leg where I want it to go, so when you put it in here, you got to squeeze it. Okay, so it gets down into the foot. Now, right now, it is at just about right here. So I want to put a little more in. Okay, so I'm going to leave them right there. And I'm probably going to fill this up halfway to put it in here. And I don't know if you can see, yeah, you can see it right there. And that's a little too much, I think. Maybe not. This is heavy. This is probably half a pound, maybe. Yeah. I'm going to take some of it out because it's a little too heavy. But doing it like that, filling it up like to that far, it's going to make it so the weight is down here so you can move it better. Okay. And I probably just dumped that everywhere. I did. And it feels like sand. When I ordered this, I ordered the wrong size. I ordered the wrong size. Okay, so you want to make sure you don't tip it. So now we're going to get some of our stuffing. I just took a little bit and just put it in here. You don't really need a whole lot, but you want it to fill up where you don't have glass beads. Okay, that's going to be enough. So I've packed it pretty good. It's packed in there pretty good. Okay. And then you're going to put this in. So it's underneath the lip. It's not going to come out now. Okay. So we got a leg done. Put that over there. We'll do the next one. Okay. So we want like 1 and a little bit of this. We'll put this in. Get it down in there. Okay. And we're going to get a little bit. That's probably too much. I won't put the whole thing in there. 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 All right. Take some stuffing. This is probably too much. And do that. It's probably too much. Okay. And then take this. Okay. I'm back. So I filled it up to about right there, which is perfect. We're going to add this. Now this is the arm. Okay. I probably got too much stuffing. Yep. So don't want the glass beads to come out. Okay. So that's in there. Now we're going to take a little one and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to put this in. Where? Okay. Okay. That's in there. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing to the next one. Do the same thing. And it took almost a whole one. It took almost a whole one. So I'm going to put it in there. Okay, that's in there. And you're going to take stuffing and put it in there. All right. All right. And put it in there, just like that. Okay, now we're going to add this one. See, I think I need to cut it down a little bit. This one is a little too big. And put it in there. Get it under the lip. Okay, now next part. let's hook on a leg. Okay, so we are going to, you can take some clear fingernail polish, or I would use clear fingernail polish unless you have some clear varnish, which I do have here. And I am going to take my, shoot, good thing that don't spill anywhere because it's kind of big, kind of thickish. I'm going to put some on here, and I'm just going to put it around here because it makes it so it's slippery. So I probably should have done this first. We're just going to let it set for a few minutes. It's not going to take long to dry. So we'll just do this to these. You don't have to do it, but it just makes it so it's a lot easier to move them around, and makes it slippery, you know. It makes it slippery. So we will do this, and by the time I get to the arms, it'll be already dry. It doesn't take long to dry. Okay, so now we're going to take the leg. Make sure you put it on the right side. Left goes left, right goes right, or you're going to have a problem. Okay, so you're going to put this on here, and you want this part right here to go inside the rim here. And I'm just going to set it on there, and start out slow. If I can. Can't grab it. Okay. Start out slow. And this is where I have a hard time. So just do it to where you can move the limb. We're going to leave it like that, and then put the other one on, do the same thing. Put this one in, have it go right inside there, and so it doesn't come off the lip, okay? But so you can move, and it's hard to do where this is flimsy, so you can move it. It'll be easier to move once it's all full. So now you got legs and you got a bum. Okay? So what we're going to do now is take some more stuffing, and we're going to put it in the front. Just take little bits. Let's see if I can set them down. Okay. We're going to take, see if I can get my hand in here. And put it down in the crotch area. Okay. Right there. Okay. And put it in this area. I'm gonna put more in. Okay. In the front. Okay, let's put some more in. Okay. Put this in. Okay. All right. And now we have some in the front part, and we're going to put some in the back part where the butt is. Okay, let's put a little bit more. Okay, so there's the bum. So you see the bum that we did? And then we've got a little bit in the front. I'll use the rest of this. Now what we're gonna do is make the body, the weight for the middle piece, and before we put the arms on. So we're gonna cut a stocking in half, or a little more than half. And we're gonna fill it. All right, get up there. Okay, so we're gonna lay this down and we're gonna fill the stocking up. And you can weigh it as you go if you want. I am not gonna do that. I'm just gonna get it to where it feels right. So it's probably gonna take 2 of these for this size doll. If I was using bigger glass beads, it would probably be less than that, but because I'm using teeny tiny ones, I'm going to use probably 2 of these, a little over 2. If you don't want it to be that heavy, just use 2. If you've got bigger glass beads, use 1. It doesn't matter. Okay, so now this is pretty good size. I'm gonna put it in a, I'm gonna do this. Okay, it shut off on me. So we did this. You're gonna take that other piece and put it over it, so it keeps it from the glass beads coming out. And you're gonna put it inside here. You're gonna put it inside here. If you have a wafer, a smelly wafer, you can put that inside here now, and it'll smell good. And I'm gonna get one to do that. Okay, so now what you're gonna do is put your limbs on, just like we did the other one. Just like we did the other one. I'm gonna lose you, so, and you're gonna put that on both sides, and then I will be back with part 2 on finishing this doll up. I don't know if we'll be able to do it right now because my thing keeps dying. But you're gonna put this on the exact same way as you did the leg. So it doesn't come out. Okay? And you're going to do the same thing to the other side. Okay? So you're going to do that. This one is broke. I'm going to have to put another one on. But you're going to do that. And then you are going to stuff this with polyfill to just a little bit more on how you want it, and I will be back with a part 2 with doing the head because we have to wait overnight anyway. So we will finish this tomorrow. Well, you guys won't care, but we'll finish it in the next video. So do that part, do this, and then leave it at that until the next video. I'm back. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Everything is dying. So this died, everything died. So everything is charging. So I left off putting this arm in, and it's not doing its stuff. So this one's no good. So I need to get another one in my little stuff here. Okay, have another one. There's another one. And we will put this one in. And hopefully this one works. That one works. We'll put this in. Okay, and the arm moves really good. So now we're just going to set him down and put some more stuffing in. Just a little bit. It all the way around. Now I like my babies floppy. You might not. You might, I don't know. This one is going to have a little bit of flop to him, so you can see his bum, and he's going to be kind of flopsy, which is what I like. You could stuff it so it's up like this if you want. I don't think I'm gonna do that because I like that kind of. Maybe we'll put a little bit more. There. Okay. Not bad. Okay. Set this aside, and we're at the head. So what we're going to do with the head, I think a lot of that glue is probably set. So we're going to take our other stocking. I'm actually going to cut this one in half. Some people will use 2 bodies. You know, I only did the one. Some people will do 2 of them. I'm just doing the one. That's what I want for this one, because it's already going to be a heavy baby. So this you want to put inside here. Now you can put some stuffing in first, which I think I might do because his head is pretty big back here, and I always put the weight stuff towards the back of the head, especially with the newborn ones. Okay, so I'm going to put this in here, and I'm going to put this around here, just like that, and you're going to put your glass beads in there. And I'm probably only going to do one. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Hubby needed something, and you know how it is. Okay, so now you're going to take this and pour it in here. And then you're going to take this, make sure you grab it. And if you want it towards the back, put it towards the back. It's actually going to be kind of in the middle here. So you're going to tighten it, tie a knot, and just stick that in there. And then you're going to put the rest of your stuff in, more stuffing. And you're going to put it towards, I put some towards the front where the magnet is, so it doesn't move. It's been a few hours, so I'm sure that it's okay. Then you put the rest towards the back. There. Now his head, I've got this glass beads everywhere. So his head is kind of in the middle to the back. It's pretty good. So his magnet has not moved. So you can still put the magnet on. But he's also got kind of an open mouth, and you can kind of, you'll be able to do, you can make more passies like this, or you can modify one. Try to modify one. So now we just have to put, I think you could put more stuffing like right at the end here. So it's cool. Now before you close them up, I'm going to take a wafer, which I have right here. I bought some, so I have a few now. And for a doll, I will cut this in half, and I will put half in the body, and then the other half I do in halves again. I put one of these quarters inside the head, and they last a long time, the smell. Some people don't like it, so you got to make sure if you're making these to sell that you let them know you have a wafer in it. And then the bigger one I put inside the body, just on top. And this one is going to go in the diaper. So that's what I do with that one. Okay, so now we're going to put this in so it's covered. Okay, I'll move this stuff out of the way. Move him back over here and put his head on. Try to anyways. Oops. Make sure you get it in there. And you want it to be able to move, but you don't want it to pop off. He's not going to pop off, but I can still move his head. And he's going to be mine, so I'm not going to do anything. So here you go. Here you have your baby. He is all, see how floppy he is? I love that. And I don't know how much he weighs. I will take him over on the scale. I'm thinking he weighs about 4 pounds, something like that. And he is 0 to 3 month size. Now, I usually do the birth video, but in that meantime, before I do that, I will cut these off. I won't cut the head, because in Reborn community, when you do the birth, it's when you cut the neck one. So I'm cutting all of those off, all of these off, because I will do a birth video with him at some point, and that'll be his birth date, even though technically today, February 23rd, should be his birth date. But I got a few more things I want to do with him. He is gorgeous. See? He is all set. And here's his butt. He got a little bump right there. And he's got a lot of cushion. If you want to fill him up more, so he has more here, so he's not flopping this way, you could take the neck apart, take the neck ring off, and add more stuffing if you want. I don't want to. I want him like this. He's so cute. So, what I'm going to do is find a diaper, because newborn diaper is not going to fit him. I need a size 1. I think the newborn diaper is going to be too small. So I have a size 1 here. I think it's size 1. It doesn't say on it. And I'm going to put him in his diaper. Get him all straightened out. And I put this little thing down in the diaper. So if I had sold him, the people that would buy him, when they open up the box, that's what they're gonna smell. So that diaper just barely fits him. Maybe it's newborn size. I don't know. It looks like it fits him. It fits him. So here's your doll. I hope you enjoyed that. I told you I was gonna do one, and it's been a little bit since I said that. And I wanted to make sure I got it out for you. So even though this is February, you probably won't see this until March. I'm filming for March right now. So you will see it in March. And we will see his birth video sometime that month. So there we go. There is Mr. I have no idea what I've named him. I don't know. But I wanted a 22-inch doll, and I wanted a 0 to 3 month size, or 3 to 6 size. And he's pretty close to there. So, but there we go. I am going to put him down, and I'm going to go grab an outfit to see if he fits it. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope this helps you. If you get a pre-done kit from wherever, if somebody painted a Reborn for you, you just want them to paint it, not put it together, you could do it yourself. It's not hard. So you can reference this video. I will put it in the playlist under how to, and you can look through that playlist for this video. I will name it something, how to put a pre-painted kit together, something like that. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it, and we'll see you again soon.